Papa Squat, coming at ya. Hey everybody, it is Wednesday, March 2nd, and we're going to listen to SPM today. I mentioned it earlier this week that we were going to listen to some SPM, and today's the day. It's been a while, I think well over a week, and we're going to listen to a song from 2006. This is called When Devils Strike, and it's off of an album of the same name. This was recorded while he was, and he still is, incarcerated in prison in Texas. He was accused and tried and put in jail, convicted in 2002, and he's up for parole in 2024, so a couple years. And actually, I really hope he gets out, because from what I've been able to see, it seems like he really got screwed. Anyway, I have the lyrics up for this over on the screen over there. So if you see me looking that way, that's what I'm doing. And 4 minutes, 24 seconds, When Devils Strike from SPM.
Behind these walls, I'm gonna find out what's going on. I'm gonna find the cure for our people's downfall. I'm gonna find out why we filling up penitentiaries faster than they can build them. I'm gonna find out why half our population is behind bars and penitentiaries and caught up in the system. I'm gonna find out why all our people are getting locked up.
So, obviously, he has his own reasons for talking about that, but yeah, there are way more people who are, I won't even say Hispanic, but who are not white as a percentage that are in prison compared to white people, and that's just evidence of a completely racist system. So there you go. I don't think it really even takes any more proof than that. The end result of looking at that information is not to say people who are not white break more laws. That's not the reason. The reason is things are stacked against them, and everyone, including the cops, assumes they're going to break the law, so they get pulled over more often, they get in trouble more often, not because they necessarily did anything, but because somebody else is calling them out. That's a racist system. Hooray! Yeah, nightmare. Let's keep going with SPM here.
Penitentiaries are caught up in the system. I'm gonna find out why all our people are getting locked up. I'm gonna find the answers. We're under a silent attack, man. I promise. We're only gonna get stronger. Just me and you. Let's take the town over.
Oh.
You my best friend and a down soldier.
I really like the way that sounds. It's very it sounds kind of up. The music itself really has a cool beat to it, and I really, really like it. I don't even care what the lyrics are. The lyrics are very serious, blah, blah, blah. Just the sound of that sounds fantastic. Like, I could hear this just on in the background, and I would enjoy hearing it even if I weren't paying attention to the lyrics. Very, very, very cool sounding song.
Just me and you, let's take the town over. You my best friend and a down soldier. At your apartments we can stack dollars. Family since knee high to grasshoppers. So I trust you, love you like a brother. I wish you knew she's a and I could, but I haven't. I know she holds your heart, you know the streets, but
So there were a couple of words blocked out there. He said, you know she's a hoe and I could F her, but I don't. Thanks. But it's interesting because he's talking about his really good friend and how they grew up and are basically family, and counting stacks of cash, and we'll find out why here in just a second. But it's somebody he's really close to and he's buddies with.
but I haven't. I know she holds your heart, you know the streets, but you're not so smart. Fuck it though, let's make fast Fetty, man. Hit these motherfucking streets like some heavy rain. You got kid dough, burglars and murderers. If a fiend wants a front, take his furniture. We a team, that's how it should have been. Whether shooting hoop or selling dope at Woodland Glen. Public housing on Fridays, pushing thousands. 50-50, together we was moving mountains. One day they will come and try to take your life away. For when devils strike, it's a luck thing. They just love to see you when you down, man. For when devils strike, I get a call from my boy about 7:30. Eating pizza with my bitch, watching Eddie Murphy. He said he's working, but something went wrong. I grabbed my gat and put my bulletproof vest on. He said meet him at Palace in room 6. Turns out he was smoking crack with 2 chicks. He said, Los, I took a few hits at 2 a.m. After that, I haven't stopped until you came in. Got 12 rocks left out of 40, fool. Take what I got, or I'll smoke them too. See, the money started coming in real.
So crazy. It's so crazy. So this is, again, he actually did work as a drug dealer, selling crack, cocaine, and so I assume this story is true. And he's talking about a friend of his, really good friend of his, and he started doing some of the rocks, and quite a few apparently, just to stay up because he was worried about something. And of course, the best way to clear out your mind when you're in trouble is to just blow it up with drugs. No, don't do that. It's a bad idea, because the problems are still there. In fact, they just get worse. And that's what he's telling people. That's what he's warning about it. And it's so weird to think hip-hop has so much of an association with drugs, and yet there's so many songs that are warnings about, like, don't get involved with this, don't do that, don't do this, it's not worth it, don't get involved with gangs, don't shoot people, don't get shot, don't do that stuff, because that's how you end up a dead person. And then the only people left are the ones who loved you and they just miss you, and they write songs like this because everything's messed up. Really love the sound of this song though. And anyway, let's just keep going. And I love the fact that he is offering a warning here. He's saying, like, he's in prison when he's writing this, and he's still trying to reach out to people and saying, like, this is what happens and this is where you end up, and that's not a good thing.
I'll smoke them too. See, the money started coming in real late, so I tried some just to be awake. I thought it'd be like coke, that's why I did it. But man, it's like 10 times more addictive. That night, he turned to a crackhead. A month later, my boy looked half dead. One day, they will come and try to take your life away. For endeavor, strike, it's a love thing. They just love to see you when you're down, man. For endeavor, strike. Cops caught him with a pipe full of residue. I was sad, but I felt it would help him too. He got 2 years, now he's getting healthier. He's in the pen, and
I was sad, but I thought it would help him too. And I mean, that's what you think when your friends go through something like that. Like, it's just so honest. Like, there's so many of these guys who are rapping their hearts out, and I understand the impulse to do that, right? Like, get it out of your system and try and do something positive with it. It's just fantastic. I've said before, I really respect this guy because he sticks to his art, and he's serious about it, and he continues to make music while in jail. Like, all the music over the last however many years has all been produced when he was in prison, and it's just amazing.
Full of residue. I was sad, but I felt it would help him too. He got 2 years, now he's getting healthier. He's in the pen, and I regret I fell for her. I took her out to a place called Lizard Lounge. She had soda, me, I was sipping Crown. We agreed on a friendly date, no touching. By the end of the night, we was both fucking. At my trailer was the first time that we did it. I know it hurts, so I won't get that specific. But remember on the first day you got out, and we met right in front of your mom's house? I cried like a pig, I was feeling low. I couldn't tell you cause I knew you would kill the hoe. I was mad at me, and I hated her. A month later, she asked if I came in her. She got pregnant and didn't know whose it was. If you're high right now, you might lose your buzz. But in court, she lied and said it never happened. Now she's suing for the money that I get from rapping. I lost the case, but how did I expect to win when my jury didn't have one Mexican? And they knew I didn't do that to.
Okay, so this is, at least in theory, this is the song about what happened to him to end up eventually in jail. I'm not 100% on that. But yeah, it sounds very, very like a messed up situation. And what a mess.
But how did I expect to win when my jury didn't have one Mexican? And they knew I didn't do that dumb shit. Now I got.
So there you go. There's another example of a completely racist system. If you've got a Mexican person, as he just said, or Hispanic, whatever, or a black person, or a Chinese person, or a Japanese person, or somebody from Tonga, or like whatever, right? There should be people on there. It's supposed to be a jury of your peers. Well, your peers would also have cultural similarities to you and understand certain things that somebody who's not from that culture isn't going to understand. They're just flat out not. And and that is unfair, despite the fact that, yeah, the way it's presented, it seems entirely fair. Like, oh yeah, random people. You were just going to get random people off the street to be your jury. Yeah, but they may not have the same context for my existence that everybody else in my group does. It's ridiculous. Um, God, what a terrible thing to have to go through, though. Man, and he was 21, 22 years old when he got accused of this and ended up going to prison. Just awful.
I didn't do that dumb shit. Now I gotta show them who they with. One day they will come and try to take your life away. For when devils strike, it's a left hand. They just love to see you when you down, man. For when devils strike.
Really a cool sounded song. I still think it sounds great. Yeah, so I like the story of it. I like the message of it. I think it is a cautionary tale, and I think he's being 100% honest about it. I mean, this is. I think he would make different choices if he went back and could change all of that, and I think he's honest about that. I think it's pretty remarkable and amazing. I think he's being a real stand-up guy to put all this out there, and I can see why people respect him and why they want him to be innocent and why they want him to be free, right? Um, totally get it. I absolutely get it. I think he's really very, very, a very good creator, and he probably should be more widely known. Pop Squad, check it out. Please like, subscribe, and share. Thank you once again for another excellent recommendation here, for both SPM and for this song in particular. I really do like this song. And yeah, I'm sure we'll see more from him in the coming weeks. I've got a bunch of songs by him. But tomorrow we'll do something else. I don't know. Maybe we'll do another Bone Thugs or Mr. Lil One or Lil Rob, somebody like that. We'll do something. Have a good night. Adios.